Good afternoon, everyone. 下午好，大家好。
Hopeful signs amid a sea of trouble sums up the Chinese General Chamber of Commerce's report for 2022. On the plus side, the CGCC says revenues, profits and profit margins stabilised in 2021 for Chinese companies operating in the US. Company satisfaction with US investment and business environment rebounded too, and 24% of Chinese companies responding say they had made new investments in the US, with energy, financials and the information technology sectors leading the way.
Our survey helps to timely update business developments and reflect the issues they've encountered in the previous years. Meanwhile, our report also helps the U.S. better understand how Chinese business operates in the U.S. and positive impacts on and contributions to the U.S. economy and the local communities.
In all, 111 Chinese companies with operations in 14 states gave their views on the current investment climate in the US. However, many of the companies said that their share of global revenues declined last year in the US, the first such drop since 2018, according to the CGCC. Many also reported a general unfriendliness towards China, and only 10% of the companies surveyed predicted better bilateral relations improving in the next year. Growing US investment, trade and compliance restrictions are also a major headache for companies, as is building their brands and trust in a difficult political environment with growing anti-Asia and anti-Chinese sentiments.
During site selection, I would say, being a company that creates 1,200 jobs, a lot of states want that. And when you start conversations, you say, hey, we're creating 1,200 jobs. Everybody is very excited. And then you say, oh, we're based in China. And then it's like, oh, okay,
However, there is some hope for the future.
Economic and trade cooperation has always been the ballast and stabilizer of China-US relations. The economic structures of China and the United States are highly complementary, and bilateral economic and trade cooperation is win-win in nature.
So the overall message here is that the business environment for Chinese companies in the US has never been tougher and will continue to be tough, at least in the short term. There is some hope of a limited lifting of trade tariffs, for example, and also the lessening of political rhetoric as pandemic fears fade as well. And the Chinese General Chamber of Commerce says they are opposition to try and renew the trust between US business environment and the Chinese companies who provide so much investment and so many jobs here in the US. Nathan King, CGTN, Washington.